So the Portland Trailblazers just lost to the Denver Nuggets 4-2. Denver won in 6. And I'm going to be talking about why I think that the Blazers, this might be a little controversial, I think the Blazers should move on from Damian Lillard this offseason. So, for starters, Portland was trying to contend. If you guys want to see my first ever video, I talk about why the Blazers traded Gary Trent. And short answer was they wanted to contend this year, so they picked up Powell. Obviously, you want to contend if you have a guy like Damian Lillard. But Lillard just hasn't been able to get it done in his many, many years in Portland. And I'm going to be talking about why they should be trading Damian Lillard this offseason. This benefits everyone. Lillard, Portland, and the team that's getting him. So, we've seen for the past couple years, especially in the recent years with guys like Curry dominating the West. Chris Paul was pretty good in the West. And there were just a lot of good guys. The Spurs a couple years ago with Tim Duncan. All these guys were just dominating. And Damian Lillard, every year he plays amazing. He deserves to be an all-star starter every year. He deserves to be like an MVP candidate every year. But no matter what, he just cannot get it done for Portland. They traded for Norman Powell to contend. It was a good move, and they still lose. I think one of the reasons is their competition. Denver's a super good team, super deep. Obviously, it mattered that they had Jamal Murray, but they still had Campazzo and Monte Morris. So, if you think about it, if Portland theoretically makes a move for Lillard to wherever, a contender, where they can get a young piece in return, then when guys like LeBron and Curry and Chris Paul and all those guys retire, then that's when Portland can shine because they'll have young players. So I think that Portland should go into a full rebuild mode this year because Lillard, he's wasting his prime in Portland. Portland's wasting their success. And then there's another team that could be waiting for Damian Lillard. They could be waiting for a star to get him over the edge like Damian Lillard. So off the top of my head, I can't really think of a team that can need Lillard. But if you guys want me to, I'll make a video on trade scenarios for Lillard. Yeah, I just think I know I said that Portland was contenders, but then I also said that pretty soon they were going to be, in my first video I said that Portland was contenders, but pretty soon they would be regressing. And now, I don't know, because you got McCollum and stuff, he had a great year, but I don't think that's going to last. Because you can see that Lillard was frustrated. When he passed to McCollum and McCollum stepped out of bounds. Yeah, I think that it's just better. The reason why is because it benefits Portland because they have to wait. They go into a full rebuild mode, trade Lillard, McCollum, Powell, Nurkic. Just trade everyone like what Oklahoma did. And now Oklahoma's set to have one of the best futures in the league. Portland can kind of follow them, trade for a bunch of picks, trade for some young players. And then when it's ready, when the time is ready, they can start playing good. They can move. So that benefits Portland. It also can benefit Lillard because Lillard's prime is being wasted in Portland. He's no matter how good he does in the regular season, no matter how good his stats, all-star reserve, no all-star. They just can't get it done. I know he still hasn't had all-star teammates, but I just think that he deserves to be somewhere else with a team I don't know, I can't think of a team off my head. So that benefits Portland and Lillard. This also benefits the team that's getting Lillard, obviously. Any team would like Lillard. So, if there's a team that has a young piece that they can trade, but they're already at a contending state, then they trade for Damian Lillard with that young player, and that team can do what they want to get Lillard and kind of just go over the edge. So that's why I think it's good that if they trade him, it benefits Lillard, it benefits Portland. Portland kind of just, because they're never a 2 or first 1 seed. They're always around the 5 and 6, and I think that's why they should move on from Lillard because it would benefit them, it would benefit Lillard, and it would benefit the team that's getting Lillard. And yeah, that's all I think I'm gonna say. that's going to wrap up my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe. And another example, like this game you seeing on the highlights right now. 55 points, 12 threes, and they still lost. Like, Powell had 29 points the other day, but that has been the only good performance from any other player on his team. But yeah, that's going to wrap up my video, guys. Be sure to subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you next time, I guess.